AM Club on MX24 TV. My name is Godwin Nambo. It's time for the plug. I'm super excited about this interview because you know him, I know him. Charlie, I was just telling him that in the gym, his voice is echoing everywhere in Matrix. Are you mad? That's what he keeps asking everybody. Guys, he won the best hype man at the Ghana Entertainment Awards in the USA in 2022. He's won the Best Hype MC Ghana Event Awards 2021. He's been nominated for multiple awards this year. He's hosted events like the Tidal Rave. Like, he does everything, Sam. He's a radio host. He's an event host. He's an artist as well. Kojo Manuel, ladies and gentlemen. Chairman.
Charlie.
And they try to do the hyping.
Yeah.
See, and they try to do
It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's good to have you, bro.
Charlie, good to be here.
I think the last time we caught up, that was like a year ago when we were at the other side. I think you came for an interview.
Yeah.
One of those interviews. It's been a while. Everything cool?
Charlie, we're doing what we can. I mean, it's not easy coming from where we are from. So we do the best that we can and then hope for the best.
The cocoa season they come out December.
I don't know. I don't know if cocoa season.
What you do? I'm sure there are lots of stuff lined up for you.
I mean, obviously, December is that period in time, like in Ghana, that is such a big deal. I mean, even in recent times, I felt like we haven't really made the most out of it because it feels like it's just something that we're having a lot of fun with, but I feel like we haven't put so much emphasis and invested enough to keep it that way. Because after one trip, two trips, and you see the way the vibe is, you're probably going to get tired of it for a bit. I'm speaking for the foreigners. I feel like there's so much that we can do to make December in Ghana way better than it is right now. But for the meantime, we just have to enjoy what we have.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a conversation for another day. Let's talk about you. Let's catch up with you a little bit.
Sure.
Now, what most people would not know, I think the first time I met you, we went for an audition. I don't know if you remember that audition. Was it in Kanda or Laboni? One of them. It was for an acting job. It was one of those series, either a series movie years ago.
Yeah.
I think this was like,
oh my goodness,
2009, 10, or even earlier. I think so. Just
oh my
thereabout.
goodness.
Yeah.
I remember the series. I think I had like a.
You got a role?
I don't remember. I just remember having like a very small part in a series, but I don't know if it was that one.
Right. I don't know if it's that one too, but I remember that when we finished that audition, you told me that you'd gotten a part in it, but I mean, you didn't call me back. I was like, Charlie, the way you pay me, right, Charlie, hey, man.
But look at you now, superstar.
Bro, I mean, I'll see you.
you.
You're on radio, you're on stage, you're hosting stuff, bro. Let's catch up a little bit. I mean, is this something you always wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean, not when I was a kid. When you're a kid, you're fed ideas of be a doctor, be a lawyer, and engineer. So for me, it was, my parents wanted me to be a doctor. That's like everybody's story. When I started to understand what my strengths were, I wanted to be a lawyer, right? So along the ways of wanting to be a lawyer, I started to realize, understand the world a bit better, and understand the things that I enjoyed doing. So I think the worst thing anybody ever told me was find something you love and make a job out of it, and you never have to work in your life. That saying is the reason why I'm here. Because I somehow found that I enjoyed public speaking. I enjoyed being in a space where people are having a good time. Not necessarily because maybe I'm a loud person. Naturally, I'm an introvert. I can talk right now because I've done it for long. But along the ways of going to University of Ghana, I started to find myself in the right places. And then eventually, I had to like make a plan, make a decision that, okay, this is what I want to do. So I always wanted to be on radio. I wanted to write a book. It's not too late for that. I am Kojo Manuel. And
I love that.
Yeah. So I just found a way. I had a 9 to 5. I had to quit at some point and decided, okay, this is really what I want to do. So I quit, focused full-time on emceeing and then radio as well.
Interesting. Yeah. Who decides? Well, if radio comes in, then the conversation changes. But who decides that I'm quitting my 9 to 5 to go into full-time emceeing? That's very risky.
I mean, there's I feel like there are different types of people, right? There are people that are okay with the notion that, okay, this is what I have to do to eat. And there are people that just need that daily thrill, that need to survive on, okay, I have a goal, I have a passion, I want to be a part of something.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize I was that type of person because for the longest time I'm that obedient kid that would do everything the way he's supposed to. But then I started to not enjoy my 9 to 5 as much. And then it was like you're cheating on a relationship. It's like, this is your wife, but then your mind day here.
Yeah.
So I was like, then let me just leave this and focus on this because this makes me happy.
Did you do anything on campus? I think that maybe the whole weeks. Did you
did you
ever host any of the whole weeks?
The whole weeks, a bunch of them. But I think the ones that really made a difference for me was, was it Tigo Unplugged or something?
Were you on campus at the time?
Yeah, I was on campus at the time. It was Sarkodie, Shatawale, Miss V. I think that was actually my first proper. I met Jason LA through that.
Through that?
Yeah, and I think SRC whole weeks, artist nights, I was like the host of it for like 3 times in a row. Shouts to Edem Agbana, who is, I think...
it was Egbe. Okay.
Yeah.
I just left campus. He was the SRC president
He
at the
was
time.
the SRC. And he was one of those people that saw me and just went like, I'll put you on anything as long as I have the control to put you on. So SRC Artist Night, I was the MC for the longest time. And since I'm dropping names, yeah, this is going to like switch the conversation a bit, but there was a guy called T-Bag.
I know T-Bag.
T-Bag from G. Nelson. T-Bag is the one person I can say fought for me, like first person to actually fight for me to host anything. And he passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so
accident, yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a part of me still wants to do that because it was the kind of relationship we had before he passed.
That's very interesting. I mean, look at you now, like we say. You've been doing this back to back. Which one do you love doing more, radio or MCing, being on stage? I feel like you love the being on stage more than radio.
On stage definitely a bit more, but I love both. Just that on stage is like you get energy to feed on, which makes you feel like you're on a cloud higher than 9, obviously. But radio also has its perks. You don't have to exert so much energy. You don't have to be so performative. A little, but not too much. Yeah. But on stage, every aspect of your body has to speak to what you're doing. So
would you do TV?
I've always wanted to do TV.
Really?
Yeah. It's just right now I don't know. I think right now I'll be more I'll be careful about what, but I'm definitely open to doing TV. I have 2 podcasts. I have a Mad Culture, which is my own production. And we started rolling out. I think we dropped the 4th episode yesterday, the Mile 7 podcast on Lynx TV. But they are all based on YouTube, so I wouldn't necessarily call it TV, but yeah.
Well, sort of, it's video.
So video content.
It makes sense. I want to run away from TV to do video.
It always looks greener on the other side.
No, I've always loved radio, that's why.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, so so you're doing all these things at the same time. You're recording. There's your mixtape that is like very popular. You and DJ Loft.
Yeah.
DJ Loft. How did that come about? You were telling me.
So it's a long story. I'll make short. Around the time of lockdown, I'm sure his side of the story might be a little different because it started from one side, and he had always been doing mixtapes. But then I figured out I needed to do something to engage people during the lockdown. So I would go to a couple of DJs, ask for mixes from them, maybe 30 minutes. And the whole idea was that I'm hyping off of 3 different DJs with 3 different styles of play, right? So that one was called the Playhouse Mix. So I did with DJs like Mike Smith, Loft himself, Millsy and Dow DJ, a bunch of them, DJ Sleek. And it picked up a bit, but it wasn't like everywhere. And YFM had this thing, Party Pressure, where we would play music on a Saturday night, and DJs would come and play and have hype men over it. So then Loft brought the idea that, okay, let's do one. And then I was like, to be very honest, I don't know if he knows, but I wasn't really down with it when he told me at first, because I was like, I have a platform that I'm doing with 3 other DJs. I don't want to zoom in and then be stuck with one DJ. So I wasn't really down for it from the beginning. But then eventually, when we ended up pairing up on radio and he recorded it and played it back, that's when I was like, we might have something on our hands. Yeah. So he uploaded it. It started to do well before we actually recorded our first official and gave it the name Caps and Bass. And from the onset, we would literally copy it on pen drives. So if I go to a bar or a lounge or a gym, I'll say like, oh, this is my mix. You guys can play, copy it. Oh, you can't copy it. Oh, keep the pen drive. So I would be buying pen drives.
Thank you.
I bought like 10 pen drives, went to spots that I would frequent. And then the next time I would go there, I'd expect that I'd hear my mix. But then I wouldn't. So I got to that point where it was like, Charlie, if you go work, you go work. Like, you know, it is what it is. Let's not be emotional about the fact that people may not like the product.
Yeah.
So we kept just doing it. And after a while, Charlie, are you at Teshi? I get a call, are you at Teshi? And I'm like, no, I'm at home. It's like, I heard someone's voice. It sounds like, yo, it's not me. Are you at Dansoman? It's like, no. Are you in Kumasi? I was like, who is this mystery person that is impersonating me? Then I heard Paga, Wa. Then I started to hear London. And I was like, okay. So apparently the mix had just, after we tried to push it on our own and gave up on it, it organically just picked up with people just liking it. And then it went like that. Now, almost every day, you'd have a tweet or a message in your DM, and love to collaborate this, that we always have messages. When is the next one? Sometimes you're getting those messages when you just dropped one less than a week ago. And like, we just dropped one, go and listen. I was like, yeah, I listened to that one. I did enjoy it, but I want new one again. I was like,
that's really cool.
Yo, that's insane.
That's super cool.
And we actually won the mixtape of the year, I think 2 years ago. Yeah.
Things are happening for you.
Yeah, we nominated again, actually, for Ghana DJ Awards, mixtape of the year. Which is, I think, happening this weekend, I think. Yeah.
We wish you best. I mean, I know you're going to claim it. Though,
and Hype Man of the Year as well. But the nominations I'm excited about is the RTP Awards. This is the first time I'm getting an RTP nomination.
What's the nomination?
For late afternoon radio show.
Yeah,
The Drive, and also radio host of the year. So,
man, I'm so proud of you. Like, you have no idea. I'm so proud of you. I've seen the growth.
This is what I mean. Like, when you're asking about me wanting to do TV and stuff like that, it's like in your head when you're doing TV or radio, RTP. When you're a DJ, when you're a hype man, Ghana DJ Awards. And I'm at a time in my life where I have 2 nominations on both platforms. Hey,
did you get an Emmy too?
No,
you
not yet.
For an Emmy.
No.
I'm sure we're going to put you in one of those categories.
Small time.
It will happen.
Small time.
So proud of you, man. I mean, time flies so fast when you're having fun. Look at it.
Yeah. Wait, we're out of time?
Let me just play a quick game. I'm going to ask you on the spot.
Okay.
Who are your top 3, because you're in the industry, top 3 artists in Ghana?
You're going to get me in trouble.
It's random.
It's top 3. I think Blacko. He gets a lot of bad rep, Bakwame Eugene. And Sarkodie or Stonebwoy.
One of them.
Yeah, and Kiddy. If you leave me, I'll give you a whole list.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I think they're all artists I really, really enjoy for different reasons.
Okay, I'll just limit it to one. Favorite actor? I beg. Don't come and gas me.
Where are you from here?
Yeah, Ghana.
No, to be honest, if you give me like aspects, like different areas,
then
comedy, I can pick somebody different.
Right.
But if you're talking about mainstream like acting, I think right now, the John Dumelos and the Van Vickers have had their time. They're still doing their thing, but they're legendary status. So I'm really not fanfooling or gaslighting or whatever they call.
Pleasure.
Not really.
Pleasure. Team. Which team do you support?
Oh, Chelsea.
This is why I feel like I should end the interview, because...
Why? What's going on?
Chelsea.
Blues forever.
Where you guys there on the table now?
It's not... you see,
I'm just asking. Where you guys there on the table
listen,
now? You can't give me lecture, dentist.
It's temporary, back class.
I feel you, man. I think, so this Christmas is gonna be back to back. We're gonna see you. How about we should hear you on radio? Like, when is your show again?
3 to 7.
3 to 7 every
weekdays.
Day?
Yeah, weekdays.
Where are these? 3 to 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 hours. Back to back.
Yeah, and then after that, you have to go to the club and then come back the next day. And this is the thing people don't know. You're on TV, so you know what I'm saying. Like, there's one thing emceeing an event. There's another thing being on radio. Like, your brain has to work. Like, different aspects of your brain, you have to be alive.
Yeah.
If not, you say a bunch of gibberish. So,
and for someone who goes to the club after the show and come back, that's something else.
Yeah.
Kojo, wishing you all the best, man.
Man, I appreciate it.
The socials is Kojo Manuel.
Yeah, Kojo Manuel. But before we go, I just want to say that I just show appreciation to, you know, my YFM family, Fundback, Crew Now Mad, all the places that I work with, and the agencies, you know, that call me up. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. And also for upcoming MCs or hype men, I want them to understand that the job is not something you're doing just to while out time and make money. This is a full-time profession. If you play your cards right, make sure to master your craft and move the right way. I think the one thing I'm tired of is how people are just move willy-nilly and just take it like, oh, we're just having fun. Because if you go to other countries, it is treated in a particular way because you're the life of the party. Along with the DJ, you're the life of the party. And if you have any aspirations in mind, you definitely give it the same energy you give a 9-to-5. And then you get the results.
For someone who's MC'd weddings, I can really attest to this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Kojo, thank you so much. I need another time to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, this
we
was
can talk about
short.
everything. We can talk about politics, talk about sports, talk about religion.
Like the things I'll say, we'll be here and then the CID and things go enter here.
It will
right
happen.
now.
It will happen. We'll do motivation. We should do Motivation Monday one of these days. We'll wake you up in the morning to come on a show.
I got you. I don't stay too
Motivation
far
Monday.
from here. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Call me.
Guys, well, as you have, that's my brain poco Joshua. I'm making everything. Charlie. That's it for the show today. Friday edition done. Thank you so much. God willing, we're back here on Monday. It's the AM Club on MX24 TV. Remember, there's so much more on MX24 TV. My name is Godwin Nambo. I always do this with MFA Akosia the T, the Afro Girl, and Derek Ayim. Like I said, on behalf of the team, thank you so much. We are back here on Monday. Take care of yourselves. Are you mad?